hit was laid down. That was Wayne Wilkerson. Receivers top of the screen, one to the bottom. King will throw. Under a little bit of pressure, moves up in the pocket. Left side, wide open. Jared Cochran, touchdown. Can you believe that? King, end zone. Touchdown, J.J. Howland. And the Pride strike again.
Football taps into our passion. It's an emotional game. It's a game of inches. It's not for the faint of heart. When you are part of the best simulation experience available anywhere, it's passion multiplied. Cameron Irvine presents the Simulation Football League. It's the world's best simulation league. It's the league's best matchup. It's the SFL Game of the Week with Andy Hamilton.
Thank you. The throw intercepted, and that's just what the Storm need. A spin move, and the Storm have the ball back. Stevie T. Diggs. Funk under center. Two receivers top of the screen. Hollywood in the backfield. He will get to throw. Middle of the end zone. Touchdown. The Atlanta Swarm strike and put the ball in the end zone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. From Atlanta, the Swarm have welcomed the Sioux Falls Sparrows to the Hive, and it is time for SFL football. I am Andy Hamilton, your play-by-play commentator. There we look at Julian Tyree, who is going to lead the Sparrows onto the field wearing white. The Atlanta Swarm are wearing their flame-on jerseys this evening, and boy, do we have a matchup for you. A tight battle at the top of the East. The Sioux Falls Sparrows and the Atlanta Swarm are set to do battle here tonight. Andy Hamilton with you as Deltha Coakley, the cornerback for Atlanta, returns to face the Sparrows. He was on that team last season, moved over in the offseason. We will get to the coin toss now and then move on with the discussion. The Swarm will receive the opening kickoff. It looks like the Atlanta Swarm are back and ready to receive it. The Sparrows are set to kick it off, and Sunday Night Football, the game of the week on Sunday night, is underway. Kick it! And catch it! At the 10, the return will come out across the 20, moving to the left side across to the 30 is where Atlanta's offense will come out and set up. Atlanta, a high-powered offense in the East, looking to make their push for the playoffs here, starting in Week 10. They are trying to do their best, led by Skeletor P-Funk, the former Louisville Wolfpack member. He knows quite a bit about the playoffs. We'll see if it'll pay off here tonight for him. BDG Hollywood is the halfback alone in the backfield. The Sparrows have a heavy defense here, looking to stop the Swarm. On the first play from scrimmage, it'll be a toss out to Hollywood on the right side. Hollywood fights through for what would appear to be a first down and is to the Atlanta 40, so a quick 10-yard strike for the Swarm, and they are moving the ball quickly, wearing red, yellow, and black this evening. If you missed it, I am Andy Hamilton. Tonight, a special presentation of the Game of the Week on Sunday. The Simulation Football League is alive and well. We are killing it. Some great games were in action earlier today, and we have another good one here for you. A heavy defense versus a great offense. Funk to the left side, batted away. A good defensive play there by Sioux to keep that play from going for big yardage. Let's introduce you to the Sparrows defense if we can get to it. Zeno Sika and Adam Okoye are the cornerbacks. Michael Spurgeon, A.J. Levy, and Jace Jefferson are the three safeties they pull with them. Gage Wilson, Kirk Marquez, and Austin Broadway are the linebackers. And Alex Parker, the lone defensive lineman for the Sparrows. That is 9 defensive players to combat the swarm here. Funk on second down under a little bit of pressure will scramble out and throw to Hollywood, who will lose a yard on that play. So he has 9 yards receiving for Hollywood on 2 catches. It was Kirk Marquez who chased him out of bounds. Hollywood, the halfback for Atlanta. Eric Vinson is the tight end. Nick T. Quick and Boo Chisholm are the receivers. On 3rd and 11 as we tick under 10 minutes here. Funk is dropping back to pass. He will throw off to the right side. That one is caught. A nice reception there by Nick T. Quick on the right side of the 46. I'm hearing that there's no game audio. I have the game audio working perfectly for me. I'm not 100% sure why that would not be working for all of you. Let's see here what exactly could be the issue. I'm not seeing anything. Snap back, throw across the 30, a nice reception there. I believe that's Eric Vinson up the middle, and it is to the 27, Atlanta moving the ball well. Funk dropping to pass, drops deep back, a quick throw across the middle to the waiting man, and Atlanta already down to the 20. I am trying to figure out what the audio issue is. I have no idea what that could possibly be. We might just have to roll without it. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see here. And now the game has reset. Wonderful. All right. Well, for the Game of the Week on Sunday, I'm Andy Hamilton. Let's see if resetting it will work. The Atlanta Swarm have welcomed the Sioux Falls Sparrows into town to take them on in tonight's Game of the Week. We had some great action in the SFL earlier, and tonight we have an even better matchup for you as Julian Tyree leads Sioux Falls into Atlanta to take on the Swarm right after tonight's kickoff. The kick will come out, and they will get to the Atlanta 30, and that is where the offense will come up and set up shop. I have no idea why the audio is not working. We are going to have to roll without it. I apologize. I will try and look into it afterwards tonight, and I have no idea why it's not working. On 1st and 10, Funk will be under the center. He's got BDG Hollywood in the backfield and 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Funk will toss it out to the right side. Kirk Marquez will run down BDG Hollywood, but not before he can get to the 40 for a first down. And Atlanta moves the ball well on the first play of tonight. The receivers for Atlanta are Boo Chisholm and Nick T. Quick, number 13 and 80, as well as Eric Vincent, the tight end, number 88. Funk is in the shotgun on this 1st and 10. And he will throw out to the left side, and Zenosika bats that one down. No good on that side of the field. And a nice defensive play from the Sparrows will keep Atlanta from picking up another quick first down. Funk back to throw under a little bit of pressure, will wobble one out to BDG on the left side, and it will go out of bounds at the 39, so a loss of a yard for Atlanta, and they will set up on 3rd and long here as we tick closer and closer to 10 minutes left. The Sioux Falls Sparrows defense is very full. They have 9 defensive stars, count them, 9, and they will try and use all of the pieces in order to stop Atlanta's high-powered offense tonight. Funk back to pass, throwing right side of the field. It is caught by Nick T. Quick at the 46, and a nice completion there will move the chains for Atlanta just when they need it most. Funk is under center. 3 receivers will look to pass again on first down. He will throw across the middle. He's got a man. It's Eric Vincent down to the 27. And Atlanta has moved the ball well so far this evening. No worries so far. And they are moving the ball well. Funk back to pass, throwing across the middle. That one caught on the check down to the 20, and a 6-yard reception there for Funk. He hit his man and moves the ball down to 2nd and 4. Zenosika will line up across from Boo Chisholm. We'll see if he can hold him in check. Funk looking to throw again. Looking across the middle. Got a man all the way down to the 13, and the Swarm are moving as Funk is 6 for 7, hitting Eric Vincent again there down to the 13. Remember, tonight you can earn your own free shout-out if you give us a mention at SimulationFL on Twitter and tweet the game link. Mark Chisholm, the owner of the Swarm, did just that, as well as the St. Louis Gladiators on Twitter. Flava2K did that twice, and SimulationFL is on there as well. BDG Hollywood there will lose a yard. Austin Broadway coming in the backfield to bring him down. That's a good enough time as ever to introduce you to the Sioux Falls Sparrows defense. Austin Broadway, 55 there, made the tackle. Kirk Marquez, 52. You can see him there. Gage Wilson, number 50, are the linebackers. Alex Parker is the defensive end. Michael Spurgeon, A.J. Levy, and Jace Jefferson are the safeties. Adam Okoye and Zen Osika are the cornerbacks. Handoff Hollywood off the right side. He will pick up 4, make up the yardage that they lost. It'll be 3rd and 7. Morton was in on the tackle down to the 10. And this is a very decisive play for how this game will play out. If Atlanta struggles here, the defense for Sioux Falls might be too much to overcome as long as they can get their offense cooking. Funk under center. He came over from Louisville after the season, and as Atlanta prepares their playoff push, he would like to have a playoff push of his own. Handoff up the gut. Hollywood's not going to get there. He's going to be brought down, and I have to question the play calling. Alex Parker on the tackle for the defense, and you got to wonder exactly what Funk and the offense were thinking. Mark Chisholm electing to run the ball on 3rd and 7, only picks up a yard, and they're going to have to send out the kicking unit. The kick is up and good from 26 yards, and Atlanta takes a 3-0 lead over Sioux Falls here in the opening minutes of the game of the week. I am your play-by-play commentator, Andy Hamilton, and I apologize for any issues with sound or whatnot we may have. We are working off of our backup computer here. I have the sound playing beautifully, but apparently you guys do not. That is unfortunate. I sincerely apologize. I wish I could make that work for you. The kick is away, and we are back underway here. The return from the Sparrows will come out. Jace Jefferson, a very dangerous return man in this league, arguably fighting for return specialist of the year. He will bring it out to the 33, and that is where the Sparrows' minimalistic offense will set up shop. 3 stars on this offensive unit. Jordan Jennings and Jalen Miller are the receivers. Julian Tyree, the quarterback. Those are the only 3 they have. McDaniels, the 4th, is the halfback. In the Eastern Conference, the Pride are 7-1, Baltimore 5-3, Sioux Falls sits at 5-3, and Atlanta here is 4-3. That pitch was no good. Loss of a yard for McDaniels, the 4th, to the 32, and Sioux Falls digs themselves in a hole to start off. So, as you can see, these 2 teams are in the heat of the playoff race. Both of them, if the season ended today, would be in the playoffs, but obviously there's a lot of parity here in the middle, so icing yourself and pointing yourself to the top is important. Tyree will throw down the middle, batted away, a nice defensive stand there. I believe that might have been Isaac Wallace for Atlanta. Let's look at the Atlanta defense. We will start off with Delta Coakley, the cornerback, coming over from Sioux Falls last offseason, number 21. Isaac Wallace is the other corner on the other side. Luda Chris is the defensive tackle. Aquantis Shine and Robert Bose are the linebackers. And Rodney Woods and Nick Nitro are the safeties. Tyree is in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top on 3rd and 11. He'll fake the handoff. Tyree looking right side, incomplete through his hands, and that'll bring up 4th down. Atlanta gets a stop early. And when you have this minimalistic offense, it's really pass-centered, so you can't worry too much as long as your defense can hold you. That is what Jason McGee has been banking on all season, and so far it has been working out for him. Only 3 losses for Sioux Falls so far this year. The kick is away, and it will be brought down at about the 32, a fair catch, and that is where Atlanta will come back out. They had decent field position to start their last drive and ended up driving all the way down and scoring a field goal, and then the defense quickly forced the ball back, and so Atlanta sitting pretty at home in the red and black flame-on jerseys. Sioux Falls in their white with yellow trim are going to try and put a stop to the Atlanta offense here. 2 backs in the backfield, including BDG Hollywood. We will see what Atlanta does on 1st and 10. Funk to throw. Funk going for it all. And that one is batted around and incomplete. Adam Okoye got 2 hands to that one. Jace Jefferson was also in the area. It was intended for Nick T. Quick. So with the playoffs coming up, both these teams, if the season ended today, would be in the playoffs. And when you're in the playoffs, it comes down to good quarterback play. Skeletor P. Funk, who through that was one of the best quarterbacks in last year's playoffs as the Louisville Wolfpack fell to the Minneapolis Maulers. Mac Wavy Jr. was bested him there, so Funk coming back with a vengeance is looking to find his way back into the mix. Deep drop for Funk, who will look way down the field again, and that one will be batted away. A.J. Levy getting in on the coverage there, looking for Nick T. Quick again. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10, 2 long bombs, and the Sparrows cover them well. Funk, hits Nick T. Quick on that throw. A quick throw and catch. Caught me off guard. That's Nick T. Quick's second reception down to the 34. So a nice catch across the 50, and we are into Sioux Falls territory at the 48. 5:37 and ticking left here in the first quarter of play. There's a look at BDG Hollywood. The halfback has really done everything for Atlanta this year, catching the ball out of the backfield, running the ball well, and Funk obviously has been controlling the aerial routes for Atlanta. He'll do just that and change some plays at the line. He will go drop back to pass. Deep again, and it looks like Atlanta's game plan, and Nick T. Quick got crunched over the middle by A.J. Levy. It looks like the game plan so far has been to attack the safeties for Sioux Falls. They have three of them, Michael Spurgeon, A.J. Levy, and Jace Jefferson, and so far it has not been working too well, except for that opening drive where they got their three. But on this drive, a lot of drop passes, a lot of defended passes. Two receivers, bottom of your screen, four down linemen for the Sparrows who are showing blitz. Tyree will shake off of it, four coming for Sioux Falls, and he will dump it off to Hollywood off the left side. Hollywood, a spin move. Hollywood into the open field and a first down. The Sparrows stop him short. Zeno Sika as well as A.J. Levy coming up to, Adam Okoye and A.J. Levy coming up to make the tackle at the 38, and they will stop the Swarm from picking up the first down, and it'll be 3rd and inches. Funk under center will try and pick up this first down. Handoff, Hollywood, left side, smack down, no gain. It's Gage Wilson coming up the middle to make the stop at the 40, and the Atlanta drive stalls, and I don't know if they'll be able to kick a field goal from here. It might have to be a punt. The offense remains on the field. Hollywood is off of the field. It's the backup halfback in the game for Atlanta, so if they do end up snapping this ball, it's going to be a handoff to the backup. Sioux Falls showing blitz off the right and the center of the line would pretty much have a run play covered as the play clock ticks down to 7, and I assume that Atlanta will take a timeout as we tick closer to a delay of game. They will do just that, and a wasted timeout for Atlanta as they try and draw Sioux Falls off sides. There's a look at Jason McGee, not Jason McGee, that's Mark Chisholm, the head coach for Atlanta. The Swarm trying to draw the Sparrows off sides does not work. Alex Parker and the defensive line do well to remain on the right side of the line, and they're going to get the ball back here for the offense, and Atlanta is going to have to punt it away. So the punt here is a decent one, has some good hang time, looks like it'll bounce at the 7. A man tries to cover it, does not, and it rolls back into the end zone. Some bad luck for Atlanta, and Sioux Falls will start at the 20. I talked about earlier how Sioux Falls offense really can throw the ball well, and that's what you need to be concerned about. And Tyree will do it just here. The throw out to Jalen Miller is caught on a diving catch. He extends fully right in front of Isaac Wallace and brings it in. A nice catch there, and Tyree showing off his arm. So Tyree, a nice toss, and Sioux Falls is down to the 46, 1st and 10. He's got McDaniels the 4th in the backfield. 5 down linemen for Atlanta. Tyree will look to throw a late blitz. He tosses it out to Miller on the out route, and it'll be 2nd and 3. To the 47, a nice throw and catch there from the rest of the Sparrows, and they move the ball to the 47 as we tick closer and closer to 3 minutes left. Handoff right side. McDaniels the fourth will get bottled up, and he'll go down after no gain. It'll be 3rd and 3 to the 47, and Atlanta is looking to try and make a stop. Coakley comes up holding his side. I'm sure he will be fine and will stay in action. Tyree in the shotgun, 3 yards to gain, 4 on the blitz. That one is incomplete. He was looking for a backup and nothing doing, and Atlanta holds Sioux Falls on the second drive of the night. Sioux Falls will need to punt again. Make sure to tweet us at SimulationFL and add the game link. If you do just that, you will earn yourself a free shout-out on tonight's broadcast. So Sioux Falls, more of a passing team, so far has come up empty. Atlanta defends them well through the first 2 drives, and they're going to have to kick it back to Atlanta, who has the only points of the night on a 3-yard field goal. The kick is away, heading to the right side. It is a high kick. It'll bounce at the 7, bounce again at the 4, and Sioux Falls is there to keep it out. They will down it at the 3. A nice defensive play by Delta Coakley. Or excuse me, not Delta Coakley. That was Michael Spurgeon there, and the other 21. Sorry, I'm used to seeing 21 for the Sparrows and calling out Coakley. A nice bring down there at the 3, and so Atlanta's going to be backed up, and we'll see if we get a nice healthy dose of BDG Hollywood or not. 2 backs in the backfield, 3 receivers spread out for Funk, who's under center. Watch Alex Parker here try and get in the backfield. Handoff Hollywood up the gut. He will pick up a yard and go down. A nice defensive stand there from Sioux Falls, letting him get no more than that 1 yard that he needed to gain. And they make it out to the 5-yard line, and that's where they're going to have to try again here. There's a look at Boo Chisholm. 4 receiver set for Funk. 3 down linemen for the Sparrows. Handoff. Hollywood's got a little bit of room. Hollywood, a spin move. I think he picked up the... Nope, excuse me. He's short again. A nice defensive play there by Zeno Sika to bring him down short of the line. It'll be 3rd and inches. And Hollywood had nothing but open space up the gut. And he had two big old linemen escorting him all the way to the line. And both of them missed blocks. A nice carry by Hollywood. That might have been his best of the night. In a clutch situation, they needed it pretty bad there. Funk under center. They need a yard in order to keep this drive alive as we tick closer to the end of the first period of play. Hollywood up the gut has more space and another first down to the 22. So a nice carry by BDG Hollywood there. A.J. Levy has to come over and make the tackle. And as we tick closer, about 64 seconds left here in the first quarter, the Sparrows offense has some holes in the middle, and Atlanta takes advantage of them to move the chains. Funk under center, 3 receiver look for the Swarm. Eric Vincent on the end of the line here. 3 down linemen again for the Sparrows. Look to be in a nickel 3-3. They will bring 2 blitzers. Funk avoids the pressure and throws to the right side. A nice catch by Nick T. Quick there to the 38. And Atlanta has moved the chains again. The rushing blitz was from the outside and the middle. Kirk Marquez and Gage Wilson were the ones trying to attack, and they couldn't get to Funk in time. And it looks like Jason McGee is actually going to challenge whether Nick T. Quick made that catch in bounds, and I was interested to see how close he was to the line. So let's take a look here on the replay challenge. A nice challenge from Jason McGee at a pivotal point in the game. He brought 2 on the blitz. Alex Parker was making some pressure there too. Quick is close to that line. If I had to rule, I would say that he might have been out of bounds. So we'll see here. What is the call? And the ruling is overturned, so Jason McGee 1 for 1 on the challenges tonight, and that very well could be the momentum shift that Sioux Falls needs to try and fight their way back into this one. It's only a 3-point deficit, but boy, does it feel like a lot more when Sioux Falls hasn't been moving the ball like they have wanted to so far. Funk under center, 3 in the backfield. He will pass out of that. They'll throw to Hollywood on the left side. Coming up to make the huge tackle is Zeno Sika, the only man on the right side. The cornerback fights off a block and disrupts Hollywood enough to keep them for a 1-yard gain. So what a play by Zeno Sika, and it's going to be 3rd and 9 at the 22. And that play just gets better and better. A nice defensive play by Zeno Seek on the right side with help from Gage Wilson. Funk under center, 3 to the top of his screen. He will fake the handoff to Hollywood up the gut and throw. Caught it. He hit a man. I believe that's Boo Chisholm on the left side. Boo Chisholm is hit by Kirk Marquez right afterwards at the 35, and Funk, a pretty good play fake there, is able to fool the defense for a moment and hits Boo Chisholm right in front of Kirk Marquez. And coming over also to combine with the tackle is Michael Spurgeon. Jason McGee not happy with that one. Mark Chisholm, on the other hand, seems pretty pleased. Atlanta is up 3-0 at the end of the first quarter of play here. We will enter the second. 3-0. The Atlanta Swarm have the ball and have the lead. 3-0 over Sioux Falls in a tight battle in the East. I formation for Skeletor P. Funk. He will hand it up the gut. BDG Hollywood will pick up a yard. A shout out to Shan Varner on Twitter, who went ahead and added Simulation FL. Make sure you provide the link, buddy. Your followers can't listen without the link. That's a very important part. 2nd and 9 from the 36. Anyways, Shan Varner, congratulations to him. His first head coaching win today over Queen City. Funk going deep, bobbled around, incomplete. He was looking for Boo Chisholm on that one. Kirk Marquez deep in coverage, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9. But back to the game. Carolina defeated Queen City today, and Shan Varner picks up his first win as a head coach, so we will give our congratulations to him from a league level. The final score there, Carolina 28, Queen City 20. In other SFL action, LA fell to Mexico City 24-34, and Alaska pulls out an overtime win 20-17 over Las Vegas. Funk here with plenty of time under pressure will scramble, try and pick up the first down, and slides forward after picking up 3. Gage Wilson was the one applying the pressure to him, and it'll be 4th and 6 at the 40. Atlanta's drive stalls. So Atlanta will have to punt it away here to start the second quarter of play. A minute has ticked off the clock, and there's the boot. It will come all the way out to the 23, and shaking and baking is Jace Jefferson, who's off to the races on the left side. A spin move, a broken tackle, and he's across the 50. Jace Jefferson, trying to ignite something in the Sparrows' offense, will put the ball at the 50, and it's good field position for Julian Tyree. Jace Jefferson, one of the better return men in the league, does just what he is good at there and returns the ball across midfield and sets the Sparrows up in good position. Shan Varner, you're lying to me in the chat. You say you have no followers. Twitter says you have 30. I don't believe you. I just looked. So if you would not lie to me, that would be wonderful. Tyree under center here on 1st and 10's got 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Handoff, McDaniels the 4th. McDaniels the 4th shows off some speed and picks up 6 yards off the right side of the 44. And we take under 9.5 minutes here left in the first half of play. Atlanta still leads 3-0, but Sioux Falls on the move here, trying to ignite something and get some points on the board. We'll see what Tyree can do here on 2nd and 4. Tyree to throw. Tyree will dump it off McDaniels Jr. on the left side. There's the good old Sioux Falls swing city we've seen, and that one will go for nothing, though, as McDaniels the 4th can't fight off the horde of tacklers coming for him. Delta Coakley involved in that. Got to be weird for him to tackle a Sioux Falls helmet and jersey after wearing it for so many years, including last season. He came over in the offseason and has been a good part of this Atlanta defense, which is in playoff contention as long as they can continue their winning ways. Tyree will drop to throw on 3rd and 4. Hit as he threw down the field. Was that caught? Are you kidding me? A wonderful catch there by Jordan Jennings, who was on MVP pace last season. This season is being a little quiet, but what a catch there. Can you believe that? Julian Tyree hit as he threw, a nice hit in the crown, and I think that was quadruple coverage there. A wonderful catch by Jordan Jennings. That was incredible. Jalen Miller is the leading receiver for the Sparrows over there, number 11, coming over from Minneapolis. He is playing Skeletor P. Funk for, I believe, the first time since the championship game. Tyree dropping to throw. Hit as he was under pressure. Mitch Mondo comes off the left side and sacks Tyree, and that might have been the quickest sack I've ever seen in SFL history. Tyree did not see that one coming. He needed Michael Ower on that side because he just got hit from the blind side. Tyree under center, 3 receiver set for him, and it's second and long. And that is a Sioux Falls special as they will throw down the field. He was looking for Jennings there, working on Delta Coakley, 2 old friends. I'm sure they had plenty of time to face each other in practice reps as of last season. And so far tonight, I believe Coakley has been getting the better of Jordan Jennings, except for that one huge catch in quadruple coverage. I'm still not over that. That was incredible. That's got to be on every highlight reel that the SFL has for the rest of eternity, because that was incredible. Tyree under center, 4 receivers spread out. Looks like a quads formation, single back to the right. Tyree throwing down the middle of the field, bobbled around, and that one was nearly picked off. He was looking for Jalen Miller, and that'll bring up 4th and 16 at the 30. It'll be about a 46, 47-yarder, depending on where they put down the hold, and out will come the kicker. I believe it's Sammy Prefontaine, and he will try and add the extra point, not the extra point, add some points to the board for Sioux Falls. The kick will be from the left hash. It is away and is good from 46. A solid kick from the Sparrows ties this one at 3 with 7.5 minutes to play in the first half of play here in Atlanta. Don't mind this next pun, but Atlanta, still stinging from that Super Bowl loss, is hoping that the Swarm here tonight can put themselves closer and closer to joining the playoffs, and the Atlanta Swarm in the SFL can raise that trophy, as they missed out on the Super Bowl trophy earlier in the year. The kick is away, and the Swarm will return it from the 7, coming out on the right side, and a low-level return to the 27. We are under 7.5 minutes, and that is where Funk will come on back out and try and get the offense going again. I believe they had to kick it away on the last drive. Jace Jefferson back on the field after that great return across the 50. There's a look at him now. And Funk will start out with 2 backs in the backfield, 2 tight ends on the line, and no one but Boo Chisholm down here on the bottom of your screen. He'll hand it off to Hollywood off the left side. Hollywood's got 1 block, but won't get through 2 as A.J. Levy shoulders him to the ground. So down at the 30, a 3-yard pickup for Hollywood is not the yards per play you need in order to pick up a first down. 3, 3, and 3 makes 9. You need 10 for the first down, so Atlanta's going to have to find some more yards somewhere here, and Funk will try and do that by calling out 4 receivers. Hollywood is still the back in the backfield, a 3-4 look for the Sparrows. They'll check out of it and rush 3. The throw to Boo Chisholm on the right side is good for a first down, and now Atlanta's going to go hurry up. To the 38, they might be trying to beat Jason McGee from throwing another challenge flag. That one looked close to me, whether he was past the yard marker or not. And Funk will throw. Funk moving up in the pocket will get sacked. Back down to the 33. It'll be 2nd and 15, a loss of 5. And Funk will get up and yell at his players, looking the wrong way, but will get back up and bring him to the line, looking to throw again. Throwing on the left side. That one's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 15. He was out of bounds and incomplete, so the clock will stop, but Funk is going to waste no time in trying to get everyone back to the line. Funk to throw again. Plenty of time. The whole defensive line went to the right side. Funk sees an open space and picks up the first down. A nice scramble by Skeletor P. Funk. What he did was have everyone run down the field, and then all he did was run right up the middle, and he took another big hit, though. He's on his feet, so I will take that as him being good. We all know the SFL's concussion protocol is not nearly as strong as the NFL's, and we will see if Funk will remain in the game and play up to par. 3 receivers set with a tight end on the line at the top. Funk will look to throw. Deep drop, throwing left side, looking for a man, and it's incomplete. Sioux on the defensive coverage bats that one to the turf. If you are not a player and you are just watching as a fan, make sure you join us, simulationfl.com. There are stats, there are rules, there are record books, and a team shop that is incredible. Make sure you join us. Be a star. We're looking for a new hashtag, so let's try and find that. This pitch out to Hollywood is good for 6 on second down, and that's Mark Chisholm who's running up to congratulate Hollywood on that 6-yard reception. It'll be 3rd and 4, so 3rd and short here for the Atlanta offense. The Sparrows defense is going to try and keep them from getting it here at the 45. They are not yet in field goal range, and in a 3-3 ball game, this one could come down to who gets the most field goals. Funk to pass. On 3rd and short, he'll throw it deep, and that one's batted away. Sioux all over the field tonight. He's batting that one away from Boo Chisholm and keeping Atlanta from pushing the drive forward, and they're going to have to punt. Sioux, a valued member of this defensive backfield, and he pretty much ran that route for Boo Chisholm. It's like he saw the corner route coming. Look at that. Turns his hips before Chisholm does and is able to elevate and bat the ball away. A great defensive play. Jace Jefferson was in the area, but I think if Chisholm would have caught that, that would have been 6. So Atlanta will have to punt it back to Sioux Falls, and we'll see if they can do anything here before the end of the half. About 5 minutes left, and we'll see if Jace Jefferson can get anything on this return. He returned it all the way to the 50 on the last one. He'll leave this one. It'll bounce at the 9 and then get grabbed, and they're going to say he went into the end zone, but he looks to be standing on the outside to me. I cannot believe the call there. The back judge said that he walked into the end zone. They'll set Sioux Falls up at the 20. It looked like he was out of the end zone to me, but who am I? I'm up in the booth. Either way, it's going to be a first down for Sioux Falls, I guess, and they are going heavy in the middle. A goal line set for Atlanta. They're trying to defend the run, but it'll be a pass. They'll have to back out of it. A toss over to McDaniels the 4th. The Sioux Falls swing is in full effect tonight, and it'll be 2nd and 7, a 3-yard pickup. Ludacris, there looking on the line, has had little effect tonight. He's usually used as a run stopper. Sioux Falls, not much of a running team. Tyree will fake the handoff under pressure, and there he goes. It's like he heard me. Ludacris with the sack at the 15. That's Elijah Crawford, the other defensive tackle coming up the gut. Excuse me, Elijah Crawford. I did not mean to mispronounce your name. He comes up the gut. The defensive tackle's doing work for Atlanta, and he is excited. A 5-yard sack will make it 3rd and 15, and Sioux Falls is going to have to dig themselves out of a hole here. Tyree in the shotgun. He's got McDaniels the 4th to his right. He will move up in the pocket to avoid the pressure. Throwing down the field, batted away, incomplete. A nice defensive coverage from Rodney Woods and Nick Nitro. He was looking for Beasley, and Beasley was not open. Benny Beasley on the left side. Had some good movement in the pocket to avoid the pressure, and number 28 was able to bat that down for the Atlanta Swarm. A nice defensive stand by them, and they're going to try and get the ball back here with a little over 4 minutes left here in the half. If you have not so far, make sure you hit the like button tonight. We have 26 people watching as of right now and 21 likes. That's only 5 missing. And make sure you send us a tweet at SimulationFL on Twitter. If you tag us at SimulationFL and add tonight's link, we will give you a live shout-out. That fair catch will come down at the 47, and so Atlanta will get the ball back with plenty of time to mount some kind of drive. They're almost already in field goal range. I think 2 first downs would put some points on the board for them, and I'm sure Mark Chisholm and their team would love some of that. Both these teams they have 2-1 as a conference record, so we will see if either of them will be able to improve on that tonight. One of them certainly will. They will move to 3-1. The other one will fall to 2-2 in the conference. Funk hands off up the middle. Hollywood a spin move. Hollywood will pick up 6 on first down, and that'll make it second and manageable. Hollywood a little slow to get up, but will rise to his feet. He's really, like I said, been doing everything for this team. Coming into tonight's game, he is leading the team in receptions per game, averaging 6, as well as leading the team in rushing, averaging 121 yards per game. Funk under center. He is a 63% completion thrower in this season, but the handoff to Hollywood there is stopped by Summers. A loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 6, and we might need the arm of Funk to throw the Atlanta Swarm out of this hole that they have here. They are 12th in the SFL in third down conversions. Let's see what they got here. The toss out to Hollywood on the left side. Hollywood will pick it up. So a rare third down conversion. They are under 50% on the year, but they pick up that one there and move the chain to the 39. BDG Hollywood off the left side will hit Sioux Falls with what they used last season to get their offense going, the swing pass, and they're able to pick up the first down. Jason McGee, A.J. Levy, the coaches for Sioux Falls, have got them to a 5-3 record so far this season. Their only losses came to Baltimore, Alaska, and Dallas. 3 quality clubs, and so Sioux Falls, with all the offseason acquisitions and moves, still seem to be playing well. Boo Chisholm there, a nice catch and run. Get those yak yards, Boo Chisholm. He will run that ball out to the 26. He is slow to get up as well, but this might just be sheer exhaustion from being on the field for so long. A nice pickup to the 26 moves the chains, and Atlanta is well within field goal range now. Funk under center. Funk looking to the right side. Got a man. Boo Chisholm down to the 5. A nice catch right in front of Jace Jefferson, who is fighting for his MVP consideration, and Boo Chisholm makes a mockery out of him there. He was working on Zen Osika. Osika doesn't read that corner route very well, tries to lunge at it, but won't get there, and Jace Jefferson has to clean up the mess, and it'll be 1st and goal for Atlanta. Skeletor P. Funk, handoff, Hollywood up the gut. Hollywood won't get there. A nice tackle, I believe that's Summers again, and Hollywood will drive to the 1, but won't be able to fight his way into the end zone, and that'll be the 2-minute warning here for the half. Atlanta is tied with Sioux Falls, but knocking on the door, and there's a look at Jason McGee, who will try, him and A.J. Levy trying to keep Atlanta out of the end zone here. Let's see if they're able to do it. Hollywood, the lone back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right of the screen from the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal. Funk, handoff, Hollywood, right side. Hollywood is in for the touchdown, his 8th of the season. BDG Hollywood puts Atlanta up 9-3 off the right side. Hollywood just takes it there on the counter. They are pulling offensive linemen. Neither of them block anyone, but Hollywood is able to stick that ball over the goal line for the touchdown. 9-3, Atlanta is up. The extra point will be kicked. The placement will be from the 9. And we'll see if they can add the extra point here. Snap back, hold down. The kick is up and through. It'll be 10-3, and Sioux Falls will get a chance to answer here before the half. 10-3, Atlanta on top. Atlanta in last week's play beat Los Angeles 30-27 in the last time they were on the field, And BDG Hollywood had 169 yards and a touchdown in that game on 26 attempts. So a good game for him last time he was on the field, and so far has got the reception there. Jace Jefferson will bring that one out to the 33, a solid return out of him, but not what Sioux Falls fans were looking for as they were trying to get Jace Jefferson going. His punt return was really the only thing that set the offense up for what it had on the last time. So we'll see if they are able to make something of their own coming from the 33. Tyree under center. He's getting the I formation. He'll look to throw it. He'll toss it left side. Rising to the challenge is Jordan Jennings, who will haul that one in for 3 yards. Delta Coakley, putting his face mask in his ribs, will push him to the turf at the 36, And a 2nd and 7 here for the Sparrows. Jalen Miller will re-enter the field of play. Again, he leads the Sparrows in receptions, and we'll see if he'll be able to make an impact on this drive. Fake handoff to McDaniels. Hit as he threw. That one was an errant throw, and it'll be incomplete. Applying the pressure was Aquantis Shine, the linebacker coming over from Queen City to the expansion Swarm this season. The Swarm in their first season of play, so far with a great record of 4-3, 2-1 in the conference. Congrats to Mark Chisholm. No matter what happens the rest of the year, a good showing for his first year as an SFL owner. Jason McGee, a solid owner for years, will try and put some points on the board here before the half. Throwing out left side. That one was hauled in. Jalen Miller, though, could not extend the ball over the line to gain before falling out of bounds. It'll be 4th and 1 from the 42. And Atlanta's defense is so far tonight playing lights out. Max Mohol on to punt for the Sparrows, and they're going to have to kick this one back to Atlanta, who could potentially add more points. They were coming after that one. They almost got there. I was a little worried there for Sioux Falls. The return here to the 22, so Funk is going to have to throw some rainbows in here, and Jason McGee in the chat earlier tonight was saying that he would like those rainbows to be picked off. Let's see if Jace Jefferson, AJ Levy, Michael Spurgeon, Anna McCoy, Zeno Sika are still awake and alert back there in the defensive backfield. 69 seconds left in the half. Let's see what will be going on. I hear a rumor that Migos is performing at halftime. That would be awesome. Handoff Hollywood left side. Hollywood will shake and bake it down for 7 to the 28. 38 yards on 14 carries and a touchdown for Hollywood. From the 28, Funk will be under center, 2 backs in the backfield, a 4-3 look for the Sparrows. Time is ticking. Handoff, Hollywood right side. Hollywood will try and extend the play. He'll pick up the first down to the 33. We take under 30 seconds. Atlanta looks content with just running this clock out and heading into the half up by 7. A nice first half showing for Atlanta and Mark Chisholm, and we will have to see what the second half holds. 10 seconds. They might get one more playoff here if Funk is alert enough to take the snap. 5 seconds and ticking. 4, 3. Funk will get it off. This will be the last play of the half. He'll throw it out to the left side, and it's intercepted on the last second. Interception coming off the right side. Will he be able to get to the end zone? He will not. What a play. That was very scary if you were an Atlanta fan. Adam Okoye scoops the ball off the turf, and Funk, on the last play of the half, throws an interception. Osika bats it right into Okoye's hands, and Okoye was on a race there, and if it weren't for those 2 offensive linemen there, Funk would have been the only man standing between Okoye and the end zone. We will see you after tonight's halftime festivities. I am your play-by-play commentator, Andy Hamilton. 10-3 Atlanta on top. Stick with us. We are back for the second half of action here in Atlanta. The Hive is buzzing for the SFL Game of the Week. Atlanta has the lead at the half, 10-3, and they will kick it back to Sioux Falls, who ended the half with an interception. And we will see what the Sparrows can get going here. And hashtag second half shootout indeed, Jason. Jace Jefferson on this return will try and make something of it, but will go down at the 28. Nice coverage by Atlanta, whose special teams unit will have to play well if they want to keep Sioux Falls out of the end zone. Jace Jefferson, one of the best return men in the league this season. He takes 3 seconds off the clock and only gets to the 28. So Tyree and the offense will have to come back out and see what they can make of it. We'll see if they can get anything. Tyree in the shotgun. Fake handoff will look short. He was looking for McDaniels the fourth. I don't know if that was miscommunication on the quarterback or the halfback, but it falls incomplete. Tyree under center. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to the right side of the screen. Atlanta showing blitz up the gut will bring it. Handoff. McDaniels the fourth will pick up 5 on second down. It'll be 3rd and 5. A nice run by McDaniels the fourth. The generic halfback for Sioux Falls will set up this 3rd and manageable. Sioux Falls at the half only converted 25% of their third downs. They're going to have to be better than that in the second half if they're going to look to get back into this one. Tyree will look to throw. Looking left side, got a man, got the first down. It's Jordan Jennings to the 38. A nice catch working over there on Delta Coakley. Those 2 old-time friends are battling it out on the left side of the field tonight. And that one goes to Jennings. Point Jennings. At the 38, it'll be a 1st and 10, a new set of downs for Julian Tyree and the Sparrows, who at the half were down by 7, but are going to look to try and get back into this one on the first drive if they can. Tyree to throw again, hits McDaniels on the swing. He will pick up 3 yards to the 41, and it'll be 2nd and 7. A nice catch by him. It'll be Shine and Bose bringing him down at the 41, and there's a man who walked off sides for Atlanta and was talking smack right in the face of a tight end. So Atlanta showing no fear here at home on the defensive side. Tyree, a quick toss, and that's a first down. A nice reception there from the Sparrows generic unit, and they pick up the first down to midfield. Miles Portis, the tight end with the diving catch, is able to move the chains for Sioux Falls. Tyree inspiring the play of the tight end unit, and Isaac Wallace is able to push him to the turf. And if he wouldn't have done that, it would have been one man between Portis and the end zone. At midfield, Sioux Falls trying to get their way into scoring position. They have nothing but a field goal tonight, and Tyree knows it. He will change the play at the line and look to throw. Tyree tossing the slant route, and that's good to Jennings for 9 to the 41. Jennings, 4 receptions on 6 throws his way, is able to bring in a fair amount of them, and he will try and continue that throughout the night. They're going to need him if they're going to get back into this one. Only down by 7, but a very low-scoring affair to this point. Tyree under center, 1 back in the backfield off to the left, 4 down linemen for Atlanta. They jump off sides. A free play for Tyree. He'll toss the out route to Jalen Miller, who will catch it and pick up the first down to the 41. And we'll see if they accept the penalty or accept the yards. It'll depend on the spot of Jalen Miller's catch. Jason will go ahead and decline that one. It'll be at the 35, 1st down and 10. Sioux Falls moving the ball well into Atlanta territory so far. Let's see if they can capitalize for a big first opening touchdown for them here in the third quarter, or if they're going to have to settle for another field goal. Tyree under center here, two receivers bottom of your screen. They're at the 35, not yet in field goal range. I would say probably need another 5 or 6 yards to be comfortably in it. This one, a handoff to McDaniels to the right, and they're going to go backwards. That's not what you want. Aquantis Shine coming up to make the tackle, and it's going to be a loss of 3. Robert Bose also in on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13, and that's not what you want in order to get some points on the board. A big 2nd and 13 here as we take under 8 minutes left in the third. Tyree under center, halfback off to the left, 4 receivers in the play. Tyree moves up in the pocket, but will go down. A nice sack, and the Atlanta defensive line is applying pressure now. Big number 90, a nice tackle for him, and he crushes the can on Tyree. Third and 17 at the 42, and Tyree will have to throw his way out of this one, I would assume. 4 receivers, and Tyree will loft one to the middle of the field. Incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Jennings. Jennings was covered well by Rodney Woods, the free safety, who bats it down. And at the 42, Sioux Falls has been tackled and sacked their way out of field goal territory. And at the 42, they're going to have to kick it back to Atlanta's return team. The kick is away. It's a high one with good hang time. It'll bounce at the 6, bounce again at the goal line, and roll into the end zone. Atlanta will get the ball at the 20. Coming back out for the first time in this half is Skeletor P. Funk. And the Atlanta offense, nearly 4 minutes bled off the clock by the Atlanta defense. A long drive for Sioux Falls, but Atlanta is able to stop them, and they get the ball back. Heavy backfield for Funk, who will look to throw. He'll toss it out to Hollywood on the left side. Hollywood will race past one defender, fight through another, and step out of bounds at the 35. A nice pickup for Hollywood on the reception, and Funk has 174 yards. A nice toss there to BDG Hollywood on the left side of the field. Gage Wilson's got to try and jump and bat that one down. If I'm Jason McGee, that's one thing I'm working on. He just outran one man and then broke the tackle of A.J. Levy and is able to move past the first down marker to the 35. Hollywood under center. Heavy backfield. He will throw off to the right side. Hollywood will run all the way to the 43. It'll be 2nd and 3, and Jason McGee knows just what play that was. A nice old swing pass is able to move the ball to the 43. 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Six and a half minutes down, or to go here in the third period of play. Handoff Hollywood left side. Zenosika can't make the tackle. A.J. Levy, Kirk Marquez, and Gage Wilson finally do make the tackle on Hollywood, who gets to the 45. 3rd and short. 1 yard to gain for Atlanta if they're going to try and move the chains on this one as we take under 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. There's a look at Boo Chisholm. Atlanta been running the ball on this drive. They could look to the air here and maybe catch Sioux Falls off guard. Sioux Falls showing blitz. Will they bring it? Yes, they will. Handoff Hollywood. Right side is tackled before he can get to the line by Austin Broadway. A good defensive stand by Sioux Falls, and they're going to get the ball back. A very defensive game so far tonight. 10-3 Atlanta leads, but they will kick it back to Sioux Falls, who had a fair amount of movement on their last drive, just couldn't capitalize when the going got tough. Sioux Falls came after that kick. They could not get to it in time, and a fair catch from Jefferson at the 21. And Sioux Falls will have to drive 79 yards if they're going to look to find the end zone on this one. So many times this season, Jace Jefferson has supplied the punch that the offense has needed by putting points on the board or putting them in position to get points on the board, but he does not do that on this kick, and it'll be a 1st and 10. Tyree, toss out to McDaniels the fourth. The linemen do nothing, and a 2-yard loss. Mitch Mondo coming up to make the tackle for loss. That's his second on the night. And Sioux Falls, falling backwards to the 19, will have to set up for 2nd and long. Tyree will spread 4 receivers out. He's got McDaniels the fourth to the right. 3 down linemen for Atlanta. They will bring all 3 of them. Throwing left side, got a man. It's Jalen Miller. He'll be short of the line to gain by a yard, and he goes out of bounds right in front of Jason McGee. So from the 30, they're going to need the 31 in order to pick up the first down. And we'll see what exactly Sioux Falls tends to do. The short yardage is really what you have to worry about for Sioux Falls with the generic halfback. Any type of handoff is a question mark. You can't really guarantee 1 yard or 2 yards. The handoff to McDaniels up the gut, and he won't get there. Just like I mentioned, not guaranteed. He'll be brought down short of the line to gain, but only by a few inches. Ludacris is the one who wraps him up, and I told you, Chris is better in the running defense, and we would have to see what kind of factor he was tonight. He gets the stop there and forces Sioux Falls to boot this one away. Seven minutes down in the third quarter, and Sioux Falls about to give the ball back to Atlanta. Atlanta comes after this punt. They won't get to that one either. Both special teams missing on punt blocks. The return for Atlanta will go little to nowhere, and at the 37, it will be first down and 10, for the Swarm. There's a look at Jace Jefferson. We'll see if he can do anything on this drive. A 4-3 look for the Sparrows. One receiver way backed off the line to the cornerbacks for Sioux Falls. The handoff to Hollywood will go off the left side. Hollywood fights through one. Kirk Marquez will bring him down after picking up 4 yards. BDG Hollywood to the 41, and he will be slow to get up. Kirk Marquez, a big man making that tackle. Make sure if you have not, you subscribe to the Simulation FL on YouTube. Stay in contact with all of our games and keep up with exactly what has been going on. That toss there to Eric Vinson is good for a few yards, but being brought down at the 44, that is not enough for a first down. And Atlanta will face a 3rd and 3. Let's see if they can convert on it. Three receivers spread out for Funk, who will look to toss it. Funk across the middle, got a man. It's Eric Vinson to the 41. A nice catch and run for Eric Vinson. Moves the chains and moves Atlanta down into Sioux Falls territory. Eric Vinson, a nice catch for him. He has been a vital part of Atlanta's offense as a tight end, and a good catch there. Austin Broadway on the tackle. Eric Vinson will be live on the air on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday as Baltimore takes on Tallahassee, another pivotal match here in the East. That is one to watch out for, and if you are a fan of the Western Conference, Monday, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central, Cameron Irvine on the call as the Battle of Texas takes place, Dallas and Houston. Join us for both nights of SFL action as the SFL is live again 3 nights this week, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. That throw there was a good pass and catch to the left side, a first down for Boo Chisholm from Funk. At the 26, Funk will be under center. 3 receivers. They are in field goal range. Let's see if they can get more. Hollywood up the gut will pick up 4. Another 4-yard carry for BDG Hollywood, who is chipping away at this defense. Jace Jefferson comes up to make the tackle at the 22. And we will break. 2 minutes left here in the third period of play. Still 10-3. No scoring so far in this quarter. But if I had to fathom a guess, I would guess that Atlanta would try and put some points on the board here. Funk under center, 4 receivers, 3 in a bunch to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. He will hit Funk on the check down, and Funk will lose yards. It'll be 3rd and 10. A nice defensive play by Gage Wilson to read that there was going to be a screen and to find Hollywood, keep a hand on him, and make sure that he was wrestled down at the 26. Here's a look at Wilson. Funk will be in the shotgun for this big 3rd down, 1:20 and ticking. The clock has continuously ran for most of this quarter. Funk going to the end zone. He had a man, and Boo Chisholm just dropped it. They're going to say that was incomplete, but I'm pretty sure Boo Chisholm had a chance to catch that one, and it just fell to the turf. Let me look at the replay here. Zeno Sika might have got a hand on that one. Good coverage by him either way. The incompletion will make it 4th and 10. And it's going to be a 42-yarder. So a 42-yard attempt to extend the lead to 10. We'll see if Atlanta can convert. The ball will be set down at the 32. Snap is on target. The kick is away. And good from 42 yards. It'll be 13-3. Atlanta adds to their lead and makes it 13-3. Jason Arena, the kicker, has had plenty of action tonight. 2 good field goals for him, as well as an extra point, and so far he very well might be the player of the game. Another potential player of the game candidate, Jace Jefferson, is on the field now to return this kick. Let's see if he can make anything of it with 68 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The kick is away, a high one, and it'll fall down at the 8. Jace Jefferson will get a chance to return this one, and he is bottled up well by Atlanta again tonight. Atlanta doing a very good job of holding Jace Jefferson in check. And so out comes Tyree, Jennings, and Miller, the offense for Sioux Falls, along with McDaniels the 4th, the halfback. Tyree will be under center, a 4-3 look for Atlanta. Handoff, McDaniels the 4th up the middle. He's got some room. McDaniels the 4th was 1 man away from the end zone, and I think that may have been the longest generic touchdown in SFL history had he broke that one off. A nice play to come up by Rodney Woods and securely make that tackle, because if he missed that, McDaniels the 4th very well might have been gone. Aquantis Shine was right behind him, Robert Bose was right behind him, maybe would have been able to run him down, but that one looked to be gone had Woods not made that tackle. Instead, it's 1st and 10 from the 41. Tyree to throw, moves around in the pocket, hit as he tosses it to the left side, caught Jordan Jennings, and a late flag is thrown. I'm not sure what that would have been. Michael Spurgeon. Deltha Coakley makes the tackle. The foul is for a face mask, and it's going to go against the Swarm. So Deltha Coakley gets a little aggravated at Jordan Jennings on the toss. Let's look at this. A double move there. Coakley read it well and gets posterized, and then Jennings is dragged down by the face mask. Coakley, maybe some angst there at holding, he's held Jennings pretty well tonight. And, now some trash talking going on between the two. Let's see how this will play out. From the 16, this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. And Tyree in the shotgun. Tyree to throw. Moves up, throws to the left side. Jalen Miller is good for 5. That won't be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Tyree got that one off quickly, and they will have one more play. He's driven out of bounds by Isaac Wallace. Nope, that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. Who knows? Miller went out of bounds, and then when they broke the huddle, they took 4 seconds to get to the line. 13-3 Atlanta over Sioux Falls so far tonight, but Sioux Falls knocking on the door. Let's see who will take this one over in the 4th quarter. 11 minutes on the clock. Let's finish this one out, huh? Game of the week. Tyree under center. McDaniels the fourth off to the right. Looking to toss it. Tyree into the middle of the field, incomplete. McGee was the one who would have brought that one in. A nice shout out to Blake Hamrack on Twitter, who made the incredible play earlier. A pick six for the Carolina Skyhawks as they get another win, their second of the season, which keeps them in playoff contention. So shout out to Blake Hamrack on Twitter, who is apparently watching tonight's game. Thank you, sir. Tyree to throw, pumps once, throwing right side of the field, dragging the feet, and I'm amazed that he was not in the end zone. A perfect catch by Jalen Miller with some of that toe drag swag, and somehow he is out of the end zone, and Jason McGee thinks he was in too. He'll challenge the spot of the play. An incredible throw, incredible catch, and let's see exactly where he was when he caught this ball. He's spotted down at the goal line, and we'll get a second look at it here. Some good angles. Pump once, throwing. He looks into me. That looks like a good touchdown. Let's see what the official thinks. The play on the field is overturned. Let's see exactly what that means. It's a touchdown for Jalen Miller. That is an incredible play, and Jalen Miller is competing with Jordan Jennings for the best play of the night. I still cannot believe that quadruple coverage catch that Jennings had, but Jalen Miller is the receiver to put Sioux Falls in the touchdown column, and Sioux Falls strikes first here in the fourth, and they will try and add the extra point to break this lead down to 3. Snap was a little low. The hold was good. The kick is good. It'll be 10-13. Atlanta up by 3, and Sioux Falls is the only one to score so far in the second half of play. Jalen Miller in the chat. Congratulations, sir. That was an incredible catch. Make sure you send us a tweet at SimulationFL along with tonight's game link and get your free shout out. We would love to see you all join the SFL on Twitter. This return will come out to the 27. Funk and the offense for Atlanta will come back out on the field. And if I am Chase Jefferson or A.J. Levy, I am trying to get this ball back for my offense. Plenty of time here, but the momentum has seemed to have swung for the Sparrows. A tight contest here in the East. This one will be decided in the fourth. I almost guarantee it. Funk under center, 2 receivers top of the screen, handoff, BDG, Hollywood off the right side. Hollywood will shift and move. Jefferson will come up and limit him to 5 to the 31. It is a 5-yard pickup for Hollywood, who has 55 yards and a touchdown on the night. Again, this game very pivotal for the East. Both of these teams sitting at 2 and 3 in the conference standings after this morning's action. Handoff to Hollywood off the left side will lose 3 yards. A good play by Gage Wilson as well as Alex Parker to bring him down in the backfield. Tallahassee sits up top 7 and 1. Sioux Falls then is next at 5 and 3. Atlanta next at 4 and 3. Queen City at 3 and 4 before losing today. Sat in 4th place. They are now at 3 and 5, and Baltimore would be next at 5 and 3. So the playoffs, if they started today, would be Tallahassee, Sioux Falls, Atlanta, and Baltimore. But obviously, this game very well could push one of these teams out. Funk will move around in the pocket and toss it to Boo Chisholm, but Zeno Sika makes yet another play and brings him down at the 36, which is a yard shy of the first down marker. And Atlanta will have to boot it back to Sioux Falls, who on the last drive was tossing it all over the place, and McDaniels the fourth even had some good runs, and the offense was humming for the Sparrows. The kick is away, and Jefferson will get a chance to return this one. He'll take a spin move. 2 spin moves. Chase Jefferson off to the races. On the right side, Atlanta luckily is able to gang tackle him at the 39, and I thought that was gone. I thought when Jefferson broke those first two, I was going to have a highlight-worthy announcing call there. I was excited and ready to try and put my mark on the SFL highlight show at the end of the year. Week 10, we are 4 weeks away from SFL playoff action. Make sure you join us, simulationfl.com, at simulationfl on Twitter, and our Slack page in order to keep up with all of the proceedings for the SFL this season. That one goes for a yard loss, Aquantis Shine and Robert Bose combining for the tackle. And join us tomorrow night for the Battle of Texas as Dallas and the Roughnecks take on the Houston Hyenas in a battle that decides some West Conference action. Cameron Irvine's on the call Monday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Tyree under center will drop to throw. He'll hit McDaniels on the swing. McDaniels, the fourth, will re-pick up that yard he just lost, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Robert Bose making the tackle. And then on Tuesday night, Eric Vinson, after he ices himself up from tonight's game, will go ahead and call the Baltimore Crabs taking on the Tallahassee Pride, which decides, again, more playoff spots in the Eastern Conference. Week 10 is not nearly over. Tyree, fake handoff, will try and check it down. Him and McDaniels the fourth are just simply not on the same page tonight. That incompletion will make it 4th and 10, and the offense puttering now will have to kick it back. So with 8:08 left here in tonight's contest, Sioux Falls kicks it back to Atlanta, who holds on to a 3-point lead. Snap back, Atlanta will bail out of coming after this one. And a fair catch at the 23. 8:02 left, 6 seconds tick off the clock, and Atlanta will get the ball back and will try and add to their lead that they have fought so hard to maintain. 13-10, Sioux Falls trying to get back on top in this one. Atlanta has started and held the lead all night. Sioux Falls has not led at all this evening, and they are in a 3-4 defense trying to stop the Atlanta Swarm from moving here. Hollywood off the right side has got a little bit of room. Hollywood off to the races on the right side. Jefferson will hold him, and he'll go down at the 45, and Jason McGee on the sidelines was livid there. He cannot believe that Hollywood carved him up there for that many yards. The fullback gets a good block on Wilson there. Could have been a hold, you could argue. A block in the back there. And Jefferson finally is able to bring down Hollywood, who tonight has been silent but consistent. At the 35, the clock continues to tick as we tick closer to 7.5 minutes to play left. Another 4-3 look. Handoff, Hollywood up the gut, will go down quickly. A good tackle there by Kirk Marquez at the 36. And Sioux Falls defense gets a good first down stop, and they're going to try and go for it again on 2nd and 9. Funk will change the play at the line. Mark Chisholm gives him a lot of power to do that in this offense. Despite being a bronze quarterback, he did a lot of it in Louisville. Handoff. Hollywood is smacked down. A nice defensive play there. And Gage Wilson asked, "Do you like that, rookie?" He's talking to both Marquez and Broadway. Both of them, newer in the league, are taking notes from one of the best linebackers in the SFL. Hollywood in the backfield, Funk under center, 4 receivers on 3rd and 9. Throwing left side, got a man, incomplete. Couldn't hit him. It was an incomplete pass to the left side, and they're going to have to punt from the 36. Under 6.5 minutes to play, Sioux Falls is going to get the ball back, and if they can mount some type of drive, they might be able to at least tie this game up, but we'll have to see. The fourth quarter so far tonight, besides that opening touchdown for the Sparrows, has been somewhat slow. The kick is away, hang time decent. Chase Jefferson will get a chance to return this one and returns it right into a swarm. A swarm of defenders. That's great. That's real nice. I'm glad that I had that pun in me. Oh, goodness. Out comes Julian Tyree and the offense, and let's see if the receivers, Jennings and Miller, have more of a show for us. No, Andrew, Boo Chisholm is on the bench. No time to boo, he's on the bench. We're talking about Jennings and Miller now. 4 receivers split out for Tyree, who's under center. He will look to toss it. He will throw across the middle. That's a good first down to the 39. A nice pickup to Jalen Miller there on the slant. And we will tick past 6 minutes left in the game. Jalen Miller, the former Minneapolis Mauler, making plays there on the slant right in front of the safeties. And there's a whole horde of bees coming after him there. Nitro was in on the tackle, as well as Shine, and I think Woods was there too, as well as maybe even Isaac Wallace. Shotgun for Tyree, who will change the play at the line. Tyree looking to toss it. He will throw right side. Jordan Jennings will pick up 4, and we'll say hello to Eric Vincent on the sidelines. Speaking of Eric Vincent, shameless plug, catch him on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, for his very first live-called game as Baltimore takes on Tallahassee. Tallahassee, 1 loss this season. Baltimore has 3, as the East Conference is tightening up as the playoffs come closer and closer. From the 44, 2nd and 6 for Tyree, tossing it out to McDaniels the fourth. McDaniels the fourth is rode down by the first defender who is meeting him. Nick Nitro is able to make it 3rd and 2. Tyree under center. Will look to hand it off. McDaniels the fourth picks up the first down to the 47. A good carry by him is able to move the chains, and a nice pickup for the Sparrows, and they are able to convert and keep this drive alive. Tyree under center again. 2 receivers and a tight end on the line. McDaniels the fourth in the backfield. 5 down linemen for Atlanta. They're looking for a run. Tyree, quick throw out to the right side. A good 8-yard pickup to Jalen Miller. Miller consistent here. 9 receptions, 89 yards, and that acrobatic touchdown we saw earlier in this drive. Tyree under center. He's got 2 backs in the backfield. Atlanta showing blitz up the middle. They'll back out of it. Handoff. McDaniels the fourth will pick up 1 of 2 yards necessary to the 38. We take under 4 minutes. It's going to get real close here, guys. Real close. At the 38, you're looking at about a 54-yarder by my math. And that very well could be incorrect. 2 receivers split out. Tyree under center. 2 backs in the backfield, including the fullback. Atlanta showing blitz. They will back out of it. Tyree looking to toss it. Throws. Got a man. First down. Jalen Miller. Consistent and a key weapon for this Sparrows offense. The catch was made on Isaac Wallace. Tyree doing the work that he needs to, hitting the former Mauler there in front of Wallace. Atlanta brought a delayed blitz, and you would have liked to have, or would have preferred that would have been a direct one. To the 24, the field goal is almost guaranteed. It's a chip shot here, but I'm sure Sioux Falls is looking for a bit more. 3 receivers, 1 back in the backfield with Tyree in the shotgun. Tyree looking to throw it, tosses it through the middle, incomplete. A diving attempt will go incomplete, and frustrated about that one is number 81, Cadella. And at the 24, it'll be 2nd and 10, under 3 minutes to play here in the game. Sioux Falls bleeding this clock out, down by 3. They can at least kick the field goal here, I would assume. Would be about a 40-yarder. But let's see if they can push it closer here. 2 backs in the backfield, no receivers on the field, but they will throw it anyways. And Tyree hit as he threw, hit Jennings somehow, and Jennings fights through 3 tackles to the 8. Call it the immaculate reception or whatever you would like. Jennings was hidden on the field as a tight end, and Tyree just kind of flips it to him there, and Jennings is able to yak yards after catch all the way down to the 8. What a play was that. Jennings, I don't even know what you would call that. Was almost a shovel pass to a receiver. Tyree making it happen here from the 8. 2.5 minutes to play. Looking to toss one. Under pressure, he'll go down. A sack for Atlanta will push Sioux Falls back to the 16. Arthur Spencer with the sack, and Atlanta's defensive line has been putting in work tonight. And if he wouldn't have got it, 94 would have. So either way, a sack for Atlanta. The defense coming up strong for the Swarm so far tonight has limited Sioux Falls to 10. Let's see if they can keep them out here. Let's see if Tyree will get this snap off before the 2-minute warning. He will not. 2 minutes to play in Atlanta. From the 16, it's 13-10. Atlanta still on top. Jason McGee looks shocked there that the 2-minute warning has come so soon. And now Atlanta is going to have to play with the clock as well as trying to beat the Sparrows on the field. 3 timeouts still for all teams. 4 down linemen for Atlanta. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. 1 to the top for Tyree, who's in the shotgun. Fake handoff for Tyree. Under pressure. Throws. Left side. Got a man. Got Jalen Miller for a touchdown. And Sioux Falls is right on top where they want to be at this point in the game. And now it'll be up to Atlanta's 2-minute offense. Jalen Miller for his second touchdown off the left side. Runs the deep out and is able to beat his man. And who else would Jason McGee have rather thrown that touchdown on but the veteran Deltha Coakley? The former Sparrow lets Sioux Falls get in, and someone earlier in today in the chat, I remember, was calling someone a Paul Wrecking Crew trying to throw a game, and you could argue that Deltha Coakley, the former Sparrow, may have let Jalen Miller walk in. We'll see what Funk and the Atlanta offense can do here with a little under 2 minutes left to play in tonight's contest. Along with tonight's computer issues, we will not have an SFL postgame. I apologize for that. We are trying to get the issues solved, but until that point, we will have to suspend the Game of the Week postgame. You can tweet your comments if you'd like to @SimulationFL on Twitter, as well as add the game link for tomorrow night as the Battle of Texas takes place. Dallas, the Roughnecks, take on the Houston Hyenas with the commish Cameron Irvine on the call. 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, youtube.com/SimulationFL/live. 1:53 left, and from the 29, Atlanta and Funk will have to go to work. Cameron Irvine will have the post-game tomorrow, so if you want to talk about any of the action today or the action tonight, that would be a good time for it. Funk hits Hollywood on the right side. Hollywood, a spin move, is into the open field. Hollywood's got a first down to the 40, and now we're going to see the hurry-up offense of Atlanta. Moving the ball well, all they need is 4 points to tie this game, so it's going to have to be a touchdown. The field goal won't do it. Funk deep drop will look to the right side of the field. Got a man. Boo Chisholm. There you are, Andrew. Boo finally got a catch to the 44 as we break under 90 seconds left. Boo Chisholm, the ever-strong gold receiver, working on the cornerback Zen Osika there. Osika tried to undercut it and changed his mind at the last minute and was able to drive Chisholm out. And the booth, since we're under 2 minutes, is going to challenge and look at whether that one was made in bounds. It looked to me on the opening catch that Chisholm got that right foot down in bounds. Let's take a look here. There's a look at Chisholm, Mark Chisholm and Jason McGee. Boo Chisholm, I'm sure related to Mark in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure the chat can explain to me how exactly they are. Jason McGee is clapping and Mark Chisholm is livid as that one is overturned, and I don't know It looked to me like his foot was in bounds, but I guess the refs saw it the other way and had enough evidence to turn this one over, and Atlanta is going to be 2nd and 10 from the 40. From the 40, 90 seconds left. Funk drops to throw, will hit Hollywood in the backfield. Marquez will smack him down. That was Gage Wilson. A loss of 2, and that's not what you want. Funk's got to find someone open downfield. Gage Wilson not only applied the pressure on that play, but was able to then make the tackle on the receiver. So good play from the linebackers of Sioux Falls is keeping Atlanta from progressing this drive. They're at the 39. They got to get to the 50 in order to move the chains here on 3rd and 12. Definitely 4-down territory, down by 4 with 84 seconds left in the game. Funk throws. Nick T. Quick, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 12 from the 39, and now I think you got to consider punting it. Funk wanted a penalty for pass interference. It looked clean to me. And the offense will remain on the field for Atlanta. A big 4th down here. 3 receivers bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Funk in the shotgun with Hollywood on his right. 3-2 look for the Sparrows. We'll see what will come of this play. Sparrows bring a late blitz. Funk down the middle, picked off. Jace Jefferson going the other way. And Sioux Falls has got the ball back. There is a penalty flag. We'll see what this is. It looked to me like it came out after the catch. It is clipping against the Sparrows. The Swarm will accept it. It'll still be Sioux Falls' ball, but they will take it at the 42. Sioux Falls gets the first turnover of tonight with 1:13 left. And now we will see what the Atlanta offense can do. The fat lady is warming up, Damon, but I don't think she is about to sing. Sioux Falls, remember, has a generic halfback. McDaniels IV has played well tonight, but let's see what Atlanta can do. It also will come down to the clock management by Tyree. The toss out here to McDaniels IV on the left side, and Atlanta lets him run for a first down, and that very well could be it. 67 seconds left in tonight's contest. The second turnover. I'm being corrected in the chat. Sorry. Malcolm McDaniels IV on, it looked like he might have false started there. They let him go, and Tyree smacked down. Atlanta was bringing the blitz up the middle, and McDaniels IV just breaks off to the left side, and Atlanta was not expecting that. So Sioux Falls should ride this one out to 6-4. Atlanta will fall to 4-4. They will see what Baltimore can do. They are still ahead of Carolina and St. Louis, who sit at 2-7, Carolina, and 2-6 for St. Louis. Baltimore is in battle on Tuesday against Tallahassee. Baltimore sits at 5-3, so the order would go Tallahassee, then it would be Sioux Falls, then Baltimore, and then it would be Atlanta. Then Queen City. So we will see what will come of SFL action tomorrow night. Dallas and Houston, the Battle of Texas, Cameron Irvine on the call. Tuesday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, Eric Vincent on the call. Baltimore, Tallahassee. Be there for both of those games if you can. Thank you all for supporting the SFL tonight. Sioux Falls gets the win on the road, improving to 6-3. Atlanta falls to 4-4. Still respectable at 500. Still definitely in the race for the playoffs. So stay tuned for all of that playoff action as Jason McGee and the Sioux Falls Sparrows get the win tonight in a very tight defensive contest. 17-13. Sioux Falls with the win. Atlanta cannot hold on to the lead. And we will see what will come of the rest of the SFL action. And we will see you next week on the SFL Game of the Week. I am Andy Hamilton. Thank you for tuning in.